Alright guys, buenos tardes from Belin, which is a little part of Alajuela close to the airport in the larger area of San Jose. I have decided to kind of wander some of the neighborhoods, and although I've seen it for a long time, I kind of realize that a lot of people probably have never seen a typical Costa Rican city neighborhood. So not everybody lives in the jungle. There's definitely condos here. There's all sorts of different homes at different price points. But I am actually wandering a residential area. So I am going to wait a second. I'm going to mask up and then I'm going to have you walk with me up the street and check out some of the cool homes. So I'm going to be masking up. My gimbal has since died. Everything has kind of died on me since I've arrived, which is kind of good timing because I'm going home to the north. All right, we're all masked up and all safe. I can join the crowds. Well, it's not really crowded, but I do get a couple people passing me. So I'm just gonna come down. I was in this little parquet when I was like, oh, you know what, I should do this. I've actually walked this street before. I've been wandering for a while. I am actually going to change the view, but I wanted to show you just the beautiful trees that are part of the boulevard. I was actually in a playground. I'm not sure which park I'm going to. But it's supposed to have a good view of the sunset and the mountains. So, but one of the parks that I stopped at this morning actually had a big avocado tree in it, and it was full of avocados. So that is like one of the awesome things about living in the jungle, that like everything grows everywhere. So I'm gonna switch the view. Speaking of, I just noticed that the house that I'm standing in front of has glorious mangoes. So let us go. All right. So this is your typical Costa Rican neighborhood, and as you can see, it's not really something that you can recognize. Everything has bars here, and then the homes are built behind the bars, and the bars kind of form like a uniform, I guess, thing going up the road. So let's take a little walk. So this is actually quite a nice house. Hopefully they don't mind me peeking in. And they've got a beautiful garden with mangoes, and it's quite lovely and lush. I feel kind of guilty peeking in. They've got this lovely gate, and everybody parks inside. So everything that is done inside. And look at the mangoes on their tree. Amazing. So we're gonna keep going. So this is quite a nice street. And they've got really nice gardens, staghorn ferns. Look at that. Some garden envy right there. Some beautiful like carved doors. You can see the outside. Some of them have 2 stories, but it's not usual. Keep walking to just give you kind of an impression. A lot of the roads are either up or down. It is very, very hilly. It is still Costa Rica. Beautiful. So for first time visitors, when you come and you see all these bars and everything, you're like, wow, this must not be a safe place. But I don't know, maybe it's just something that they're used to. I don't think the crime is actually that high. I feel it's quite safe as I'm wandering alone in the streets with the thunder rumbling. But what better opportunity to kind of check out how cute is this. So this is actually quite a nice street with nice gardens that I've picked to show you. You see some of the trees that are lining the boulevard. We actually have fake fig trees at Costco for $50 that you can get for your house, but they're just growing here. Oh, he didn't like me passing him too much. I just got my PCR test, man. I'm good. But I am masked up. So we're going uphill. See, like all the houses are the same. There's very few houses that are actually built without these fences. So it's kind of sad in a way because there's beautiful things behind them, but they're only kind of reserved for the owners of the home. Yes, I'm huffing and puffing. This one looks like it's actually 3 stories. Can't see inside. I'm actually walking to a residential park. So I'm going to take you a little farther. That's just kind of one of the little parks in the residential area. And if I scan back, I'm going further up because this is like a sunset spot, and you can see that I'm going farther up and you can see the mountaintops. How cool is that? Alright guys.
Your destination is...
Our destination is just in front of us. So this is the residential park. I was not expecting this. It looks like it's been very carefully planted. Oh, pretty. These are all lantana at the top. Different colors. Pentas. Oh, how pretty is this? I would have come earlier if I would have known. It's like a little shady glen. Birds. Oh, this is lovely. So this is what happens when you take random chances. Sometimes you find amazing things. So we're getting down to the precipice here, and we should have a really nice view of the mountains and maybe of the sunset if we don't get clouded out. Oh, look at all the lilies and all the boys. Ah, so here is our view. Oh, and the lilies smell amazing. So take a look at that. I actually walked from, you can see the church kind of on the right of the screen, and I'm about 2 blocks before that. So nicely located. And look at those hills. How amazing is that? Totally different climate up there. It's actually much cooler, like really a lot less humid here than it's been at Drake. Everything is actually dried. Oh look, we have a fruiting tree behind. And it actually has some flowers. This is actually the first time I've seen the white ones. So this is a great little residential park. It's got a sports field. They're playing soccer over there. Places for people to chill out. Beautiful flowers for nature lovers. and a great sunset watching spot. Okay. All right, guys, you can see I'm styling it here with the mask. So that is the little adventure to the Belin Residential Park here. You definitely don't need to go far. That's part of the charms of actually anywhere that you live. If you take time to explore and see the beauty that surrounds you and just the little nooks and crannies that are beautiful. So normally travelers wouldn't see this little tiny residential park, but I love going in just the normal neighborhoods and seeing how everybody kind of chills out. You can still see amazing birds here. I'm being distracted by one in the trees right now. So definitely if you want to do a stopover in San Jose or Alajuela, I can hook you up and probably get you to stay in one of the smaller areas here and get a really nice local experience. So sending love, dogs, sending love and warmth northward for the final time in 2021. See you in the north soon, and hopefully you can join me down here in the beautiful city jungle.